So this video is a little late now, as Crytek has created a response to a lot of the backlash I was going to talk about in the first version of this script when I first wrote it. But I want to talk about this anyways, as it's the most problematic thing to come out of the latest update for Hunt, and I want to get the bad out of the way before I start to talk about the good. So the new Hunt UI sucks. But it sounds like more or less it's not going to suck anymore soon when Crytek finally gets the next hotfix out. In the previous version of this script, I complained about a lot of my issues, like having to flip-flop between menus too much to do simple tasks like equip your hunter, and how the menu felt like it was trying to send you to places you didn't want to be to show you skins available or some bullshit you don't care about. In this version of the script, I'm able to tell you that more or less Crytek seems to be fully intent on fixing these issues to reduce menu hopping significantly, allowing you to switch game modes from the lobby, something that was possible in the previous iteration and not in the latest one, equip your whole loadout, including your traits, from a single menu with no flip-flopping, another mechanic that got the axe in the UI change, and allowing you to access the lobby from anywhere via a play button at the top of the screen. Overall, these changes are great, but before I go into a few other things that were not talked about that definitely need a change, I'd like to pose the question, who playtested this? Like, my problem with all of this is that the whole UI itself feels so massively flawed in such an obvious way. They were working on this update, from what we can tell, for the better part of several years. Upgrading the engine, UI, new map, new boss, and somehow nobody at any point was like, hey, maybe we shouldn't make this user flip-flop through 20 menus to equip his hunter. Hey, maybe having a separate menu for every possible method of selecting equipment is confused and overcomplicated. You might make the argument that, well, maybe it's more new user friendly and you're just confused because of the memory of how it used to work. But I suggest that you look at it differently. To this UI, I am a new user, but I do have the natural understanding of how menus in games work. I know that double-clicking things and right-clicking things will yield different results. I know what to test and try to make something work. Imagine how confused this system would be for a brand new player that has no experience with this genre. This UI was nobody friendly, and it just boggles my mind that it made it through testing like this. Okay, on to things I didn't see them touch on that I think still need massive improvements. Quick unequip. Okay, this might sound nitpicky, but they didn't really mention it in the developer update, so if it's not coming, it needs to. So in the old system, double-clicking an item that you already had equipped would automatically unequip it from your loadout, making editing the loadout a lot easier. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I didn't seem to see the dude attempt to double-click to unequip anything, so this is definitely a feature that is needed back. It just made things so much smoother. Skin menu changes. So this one I feel like affects everyone equally, but the skin selection being a totally different menu is just absurd. Bring back the little ticker that lets you just tab between every skin you own for the weapon. Why is it so complicated now? And why does it list skins I don't own and allow me to purchase them? Add a toggle that prevents you from seeing skins you don't own. This one just comes from a place of feeling this practice was very scummy. The new skin screen shows you the skins you don't own, how expensive they are, and allows you to purchase them right then and there, just like equipping a skin that you do own. It won't charge you if you don't have enough, obviously, and it does pull up a confirmation prompt asking you to confirm that you want to buy it, but also I've managed to spend 1,000 blood bonds on accident on skins I didn't really want that I just didn't realize I didn't own. It's very easy to accidentally not realize that you don't own that particular skin mixed in with all of your other skins that you do own, especially when the menu order appears to be random. So if you don't own a skin, it'll just be mixed in with all the ones that you own instead of being like at the bottom of the list or something, somewhere out of the way where you know like, okay, I might not own this. I'd like for either the skins menu to remove this feature or at least make it a toggleable checkbox so that I don't have to get irritated every time I accidentally buy some expensive skin I didn't want in the first place. All in all, it's nice to see Crytek respond so fast to this negative feeling for the community, but I'm still baffled at how it got through testing like this. The rest of the update is such a huge banger, and I'll definitely be making more videos on the new content in the coming days. If that sounds interesting to you, and you're interested in supporting my content, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell to get notified of my videos whenever they come out. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye!